Hey guys, welcome to Super Important Reviews. My name is Steve, and in this video we're going over the NECA's Aliens Alien Queen Deluxe action figure. This is what I call an impulse buy at its purest, because initially I wasn't planning on ordering this figure just because of the hefty price tag that it has, and me already buying like the X-Plus and stuff recently that are also very pricey. But my wife saw this at our local FYE and just decided to snag it up. So if you guys can give her a little bit of an applause for making this review possible. But personally for me, I love the Aliens movie. It's my second favorite movie of all time, next to the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, which I know is a weird choice, but I love it. And the Alien Queen was a big part of why I love the Aliens movie, just because towards the end of the film, she has a huge presence in the film and is an awesomely designed monster. So hopefully this Alien Queen lives up to my high expectations that I have for the character. So for the packaging, looks awesome. Really love the display that's got going on here, which I guess the image in the background is from when she was first introduced at San Diego Comic-Con, and this is what they had going on in their booth. So that's pretty cool that they conveyed it onto the packaging. And actually, this would be something I would recommend keeping in the box just because it looks awesome the way it is. But I personally love playing with my toys, so that ain't happening. For the top of the packaging, just gives you another angle of the display that they had going on here. On this side, just gives you a nice picture of the alien and Hicks. For the other side, gives you a nice window package opening so you can see the figure on the inside of the box. Gives you a nice view of the front of the face, and just tells you more about what's in the box. For the back of the packaging, again, gives you a nice picture of the figure, more of the display going on. Tells you a little bit of why they made the alien figure and some of the stuff that comes in the package. And also there's some assembly required. And for the bottom, just some legal mumbo jumbos. And that's about it. Let's get her opened up out of a cardboard prison. So after getting her out of her prison, you'll notice that she can stand by herself. It's not recommended because any slight touch and she will tip over, so if you're going to be having her displayed, make sure to use the stand. But I don't have her on her display right now because I want to go over what you're going to have to install on her, which is her spines, which she comes with a set. So you get one for each side, which they are each at varying sizes, which you get a relatively large one, medium, and small. And how you're going to have to attach this onto her, bringing her forward a bit, is, you notice back here, there are these 6 little holes here. So you're just gonna want to insert each of these into there. And make sure that you have the longest one at the front, middle one, smallest one going from front to back. And also you're gonna wanna make sure that this little flap here, the bend is facing downward. So when you wanna put it on her, it's gonna look exactly like this. And then you just insert it into the hole. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the hairdryer technique to loosen up the plastic here a little bit, so it makes it really easy to insert this ball joint, and then I don't have to worry about random breakage. So I'll be right back to show you guys exactly how this is going to look after you get it assembled. Alright, so we're back from the hair drying, and this is how it should look once you get the spines assembled, with the largest in the front, middle smallest, the little folds facing downward, and then you just do the exact same thing for the opposite side here, and they look awesome. Really love the pointiness, very accurate to the films. And another thing I point out is you don't really need to do the hairdryer because after messing around with it a little more, they do pop in and out really easy. So moving the head around, these might dislocate. But it's not a big deal, and I'd rather have it pop out than snap off, so that's actually really nice. And overall, very happy with the way that they decided to go with these because they each got their own little ball joints in there too, so they got a lot of posability, especially with the ginormous crown here. And then to get into the rest of her accessories, putting her back on the stand here. So she comes with this nice V-shaped display stand, which has this metal rod for the support, which I actually really like because if it was plastic, I'd be worrying about it snapping or some random stress that the figure is going to be causing to it. But with this, it keeps her up very securely. And she comes with a smaller metal rod, which is really nice for getting her in these more menacing poses where she's going to be standing over her next victim all menacing-like. So it's really nice that they give you a lot of these options. And also, you don't actually have to have it supporting her neck here. It's just a place that I really like to do it because you can also get it more farther down the base here of her body or at the tail if you really needed to. And her other accessories that she comes with are these 2 little Minnie Mouse, which the little one is for when you want it to be sticking inside of her mouth so that it's just kind of like a normal kind of stationary pose. Or if you want something a little bit more dynamic, you can put this one in. It kind of looks like it's going to be jettisoning out of her mouth. And how you insert these into there is on the inside of her mouth, you'll see right here there's a peg hole if it focuses a little bit better. Get out of your hand. Not helping any. There we go. There's a little peg hole right there inside of the mouth. And what you do is it has this little L shape that you'll notice that it has right here. So when you go to put it in, I recommend grabbing it at the back of the mouth here. There's a little bit of a base there, because you're going to need a little bit of leverage to get it in there. And you just pretty much just stick it right in there. And personally, I like the small mouth a little bit more than the actual long protruding one, because overall it's just probably going to be the way I have it displayed on my shelf, because I really just like the overall normalness that this has. And also, if you want to keep the mouth closed, it works really well. And then the other reason I like this one a little bit more is because it is a pain in the butt to get in there. And also all the spines on the back just kind of popped off with me messing around with the head. But this one, you pretty much do the same thing. Grab it by the base of the mouth here on the back. Find your little pig hole. And you just pop it right in there. Now, one thing that's a other bit of a problem with this one is to get it in there, you have to have it really high and touching the top part of the teeth here. And for me, it just doesn't want to go in there. It's probably another one of them things I'm just going to have to use the hairdryer to get in there a little more securely. But for now, it stays in there pretty nice. Looks cool. Looks like she's about ready to mess up someone's face. And overall, it's still a very nice addition to the figure. It's just overall, I'll probably be going with the little one. So I don't normally like to do these reviews by holding the camera, but it's going to be a lot easier to do it this way just because she's a very large figure and it'll be kind of hard to go over all the details from a stand. So sorry in advance for any of this shakiness of the footage. But overall, she looks awesome. Really love this blue and black paint job that she's got going on here. And she also has a lot of this nice gloss finish to it, so it really helps to give her that slime kind of look that she really needs. And another thing you'll notice is she has a lot of these copper accents on her body. You'll see right here on the back of the leg here with the crest coming up here, there's some copper in there, some copper coming in here on the legs, on the crest on the second part of the knee, or at least that's what we call it anyways. On the outermost arm here, there's some copper there, same with the inner arm here, coming around the neck here, which actually looks really cool there. And also along each of these spines, going down to about here on the tail. So one of the only reasons I could think of why she has a lot of these copper accents is because during the one scene where the power loader falls on her towards the end of the film, and you get the best lighted shot of the Alien Queen, you notice on the neck that she does have some copper, but I imagine that's just from all the lighting and the shine of the slime. But it's pretty cool that they conveyed it onto the figure here, and also it really does help to make it a lot more of an eye-catching figure, because a lot of this blue and black would kind of blend into each other, so it helps to really accent the figure a lot. And overall, this thing is just a very sleek looking creature. Really love the curves on here and the overall thinness of the creature. Like, you think that's sexy? Or this? Or this, I think? Nah, man, this is sexy. But anyways, for the head sculpt, turned out really nice. Again, really love the blue and black here, and also really like all the little wrinkly effect. Gives her this really nice, nasty look, like she's about ready to go chomp down on somebody. And you notice here she has her mandibles. And also, you'll see here too that some of her teeth are translucent, which is really sweet. Same with here for the membranes too, they're also translucent as well. So that looks really sweet. Even the Minnie mouth has it on the inside there, so that's really cool. Really love the crest here. Turned out really good too. A lot of the blacks in here, and it really helps us show off a lot of the details here. And also what's really cool too, if I can convey it pretty good, is that for some of the articulation on the head here, just because I love this and I want to go over this, is that it can come down, so it can help recreate that initial scene where you see the queen out of the film, where her head just kind of starts protruding out the bottom as the crown recedes to the back and shows off her gnarly little head here. So really glad that they added that to the figure. Also another thing too, underneath her crown, like just look at all the detail they got going on here. Really love this overall like arching skeletal pattern that it has. And it's very reminiscent of what I would imagine a Triceratops to really look like. And it's just a really cool design that they got going underneath the head. Also on the Queen, really love the neck here. Has a lot of this blue, black, and copper going on here. It has a very big girth to it too, which is pretty awesome. Where it's very thin at the top part going towards the head, and then it expands greatly as it comes towards the body. And one thing, if you guys want to go back and watch Aliens, is that when Ripley first fires her flamethrower in the Queen's chamber, you'll notice that right around here you can see the steel rod that connects the Queen's head to the body. And I just thought it was kind of a neat little screw up that if you guys want to go check out for yourselves, you can. But overall, the neck looks very nice. Really love the little mini hands here. Turned out really good. What's kind of weird about these is they have this silver paint on the nails here, but it really does help to convey the more biomechanical look that the alien has for H.R. Geiger's whole scheme of how he designed the aliens. So that's pretty neat. Overall, the body turned out really nice as well. Really like the torso here. All 6 of her spines turned out very nice here. Really reminiscent of the film. And then same here with the more kind of skeletal spikes that she's got coming out of the back here that pretty much go down the entire course of her body. They all turned out pretty cool as well. Just very impressed on how much detail they really got into the alien. Then for her arms here, a lot of details in here as well. Really love the flow that's got going on here. And the same with the hands here, turned out gnarly. I'm trying to set her down for a second. That for her hands here, how does that pinky work? Like, I really don't get it because there's this giant gap here that's just kind of separating her finger here. So, man, if somebody could explain that to me, I would really love to know. But overall, the hand does look very gnarly and menacing, so that turned out pretty cool. And the same over here with the other hand has the exact same thing, so at least they're consistent. For the rest of her body here, and yeah. Then for her legs, turned out very nice as well. Really like this gloss black that they got going on the inside here because it really helps to convey the skeletal look of the alien's legs. Then coming down for the rest of the alien here, and her little alien toes and her stilettos in the back. And then you get her ginormously long tail with the awesome little pointed tip at the end. And then for our articulation, her head can look down, up, side to side. Her mouth can move up and down, which has a really nice range of motion here. Then for her first joint on her neck, it can go that far down because it's already pretty much that far down. It can lift up and can also shift side to side. Her crown can move forward and back, which is really sweet. And then for the neck here, which I'm going to have to take her off the stand for a second, can shift a little bit side to side. Can also look up and down there. Just be careful with the spines back here because it will knock the back spines out if her crown does keep rubbing into them. I wouldn't really worry about breaking all too much because on mine it's really easy for these things to pop out. So it's just something I just want to give you a heads up on though. And then for her little mini arms, they can move down, up, side to side, have a rotation here. Same with the elbow part here, has a nice bend to it, rotation. Her hand is also on a little ball joint, so it can rotate all around. Has a nice bend to it. Then her arm here can move forward, back, up and down. For the elbow here, can move a little forward, a little back. Mine's really stiff. Also has a rotation here. And then for the hand, can move all the way around and can bend up and down. You just got to look for the actual little hinge joint here for where it can move. And then she has a little bit of a tummy crunch, a little bit of a rotation. Mine really doesn't like to move though, it's just kind of, it's there. And then for her legs, they can't really pivot all that much because you'll see right here there's some hinges. So that's pretty much where they can move in and out. And then they also have a rotation, so you can get decent amount of posability with that. Has a bend here at the knee. It's on a ratchet joint. Also has a rotation. Same with the back part of the knee. It's also on a ratchet joint. Has a nice rotation. And then same with here at the foot. Has a little bit of a bend to it, but mine is really stiff. Can also rotate here. And the same with her little feet. Can rotate and bend up and down. And then her tail can rotate all the way around. And it's also this bendy tail, so it has this wire coming in off through pretty much the entire course of the tail. So you get a nice range of motion here, so you can pretty much pose it however you want. So for some quick comparison, here's the NECA Alien Queen compared next to my favorite NECA action figure, the 24-inch long Godzilla 2014. And here she is compared to what was my favorite Alien Queen, the McFarlane's Alien Queen from Alien vs. Predator. And here she is with the only Predator in my collection, the NECA's Lava Planet Predator. And here she is with some of my Kenner Aliens in NECA. Please make that one. This one will also suffice. And here she is wearing a Godzilla mask. So overall with Her Highness, this figure is amazing. The details, the paint job, the articulation, NECA really knocked it out of the park with this figure. And this is coming from a Godzilla guy, and I love that 2014 figure, but this thing is just beautiful and far above and beyond what that figure was in terms of detail. So I really do recommend this figure. If you guys love Alien, you guys love Xenomorphs, and you're missing a queen in your collection like this, it doesn't get better than this. Not only are a bunch of the little eggs so that I can have all her little minions surrounding her, or the giant reproducing egg sack on the back. That'd be sweet too, but that's probably asking for a little much, so I'll just take a bunch of little eggs. So NECA, get on it right meow. So what do you guys think? Have you guys picked up the Queenie? What's your favorite Xenomorph movie? Or do you guys just have a more preferred NECA toy? Please let us know in the comments. We'll have closer pictures of her on Facebook if you want to click the link description below. Please don't be afraid to share this video around. And if you like this and want to see more stuff like this, please give us a like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching.